Beals here with no nonsense, cause you can't make sense if you don't make sense. A pod with freestyle discussion, poetry and social deconstruction.
Good morning, shoppers. This is your 14th edition of the No Nonsense Podcast. Today is November the 5th, and with me, as always, is
Big Burn.
My name, as always, is Beals. Today we're going to start you off with a little poem to get things going swell. My oh my, what a nice house. You must live in that expensive section. You must have one of the world's largest erections. It is the time of the year for that good old-fashioned selection. Oh yes, you could have guessed it. Yesterday's was the election. So as we knew, in our state of Nebraska, where we are broadcasting from, it turns out it has turned into another Republican landslide in the polls. Now, I want to ask you, Burn, do you think that this state would ever reach what we call blue territory, or ever become a Democratic state in any time?
I think it's going to hit a Mario Party state before that ever happens, Bill.
Okay, and let me ask you, what do you think will become of the Republican Party once we have hit the Mario Party state?
I think the Mario Party state will infuse a lot of happy people into the state, and therefore will be really happy.
Right, so what we will do is get rid of all the grumpy parties, which is traditionally the Democratic and Republican parties. Is the Mario Party a combination of both parties, or is it a whole brand new party?
I think the Mario Party is going to be the party that develops once they realize their two-party system is flawed, and everybody's going to be living in just a grand old happy state. Nobody will have any quibbles with anybody.
I do have one issue coming in from the panel here. We are getting word that there is a Bowser that does threaten the Mario Party.
Yeah, Bowser, he is known in the Nintendo franchise, but apparently he also got his origins politically. He's been basically behind the Illuminati, and from what I could tell, he's actually running the world.
That is a very interesting thing to point out, and I do pray for our best safety. My question is, they had just lowered the raised the minimum wage to $9 here in the state by 2016. Now we're also getting word that there will be a vote in the next 2 years to lower the maximum wage down to 10. Now, is this something that you believe in?
To lower the maximum wage down to 10? No, I don't. I think everybody's maximum salary should be $775,000 per minute. And let me tell you why. Because it'd be nice for everybody.
That is a very solid, thorough development there. And one thing I would like to ask is, does that include all types of workers, service workers, dock workers, for example, and maybe the mail postman?
Yeah, I mean, I think it can include all kinds of labor, skilled or non-skilled. You know, we'll just we'll just go to a socialist society, and it doesn't really matter, because nothing really matters unless you're under the Bowser infused RB state.
Right. Now that is interesting. So would this be the Mario Party liberalist agenda?
Let me clarify something there, Bill. Bowser has no agenda. He just is Bowser, and he does whatever and anything that he wants to anybody, anywhere, anyplace, anytime. Mm-hmm. And so, mainly, Bowser's pulling all the strings, and don't ask me how he ever transcended virtual reality before, games were even existing back in the 1700s. And it's just pretty amazing to me how people aren't considering the real issues at hand here, Bill, and that's Bowser dictating the discourse in this country.
That is true. And one thing I hear is that Bowser no longer has possession of the princess. Actually, the princess is now captured by the artist formerly known as Prince. Is the Mario Party going to liberate her, or are they just going to stand by and do nothing as she suffers?
That's funny they mention that, because Peach has been the hottest and sexiest prisoner of war for the past several centuries.
That is
and
true.
Now that Prince has her, rumor has it he's going to be bending her over and giving her a few cupcakes every second afternoon of every third Wednesday of every trimester. And, I don't know, I think she's going to be suffering quite a lot, but she might be in better shape than she was under the Bowser regime in the 17th century.
Wow. Okay. So I guess that means we'll do nothing. I think we'll let Prince take care of her. Now I am hearing that the subprime mortgage-backed, security-based foreclosure loans are in effect really kind of bringing down the Mario Party political campaign, and are actually kind of digging them deeper into a financial hole. And I'm wondering where's the Mario Party going to retrieve its money?
Well, yeah, they're losing all these subprime mortgage-based, teaser-backed, subprime mortgage-based security loans. And I don't really know how they're going to rebound other than investing all their equity into Falk Enterprises. Mm-hmm. And typically what we see here is that these societies will rebound at the rate that these corporations can catch their windfall tax-based loans. So we go back to the Securities and Exchange Commission, and then they're arguing with the FCC, and nothing can ever seem to get done. So typically, they're going to be taking those sewer rats and go ahead and take them across foreign waters.
That's very interesting there. I'm also getting some controversy over the fact that the Mario Party has been accused of selling Ebola-enhancing pills. What do you know about this?
Well, Ebola is a big old scare, but the funny thing is, actually, Ebola can increase your sex life and your appetite. And it's the magical pill that they've always said, you always hypothesize, is there a pill that can get me ripped without actually having to do any work? And that is the pill. And basically, the 1% are consuming this pill, and they're going to be ripped by the end of the calendar year there, Bill.
Now, do the poorer people, lower middle class, illegal immigrants, do they have access to the Ebola-enhancing pill?
No, they don't, but that's because they're investing all the stock in subprime mortgage-based double-back loans.
Right, and that is where we see most of the poorer people of today are usually investing their money into more riskier funds, and so therefore that's providing them more of a long-term investment. So we've reached the end of today's podcast, and with that, we'd always like to end it with our favorite, Mr. Big Burn, giving us a wonderful poem. Why don't you take it away, Burn?
Sure, no problem. I see an old woman walking on the road, dressed in red. Bet she doesn't know that the whole state is red. She doesn't know what she's representing. She doesn't know about the Bowser Party, but she'll find out one day when she's riding up and down that political boner Hardy.
Thank you, Big Burn. That was beautiful. That ends today's podcast. We love you.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Hope you got some insight and a few laughs. That's all for now, folks. Yes, goodbye. Till next time, as long as we don't die.